What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel here. Another live stream coming at you from North Texas during an absolutely blistering heat wave going on here. It's about 110 degrees outside. Well, maybe not that hot right now, but it is toasty. Thank goodness we have air conditioning up and running in the office. We are set up, ready to take our Fenix A320 down to Antonio Narino Airport, or Narino, Pasto. I still don't know which name to call it, but it is absolutely stunner of an approach going down into there. No, we're not actually landing on an aircraft carrier. I know you guys saw the thumbnail, but it was my first attempt at a clickbait title, so I hope I did well. Hope I got a couple of you to click on the video. Anyway, but no, landing over there on this airport is very much like landing on an aircraft carrier. The airport sits right on top of a gorge. You come right over, you get a lot of updrafts. There's also just insane terrain all the way around the airport as well. So you're landing on top of a plateau, which is on top of a gorge, inside of a bowl with mountains all around you. It is the approach that made me decide, hey, we need to come down here to South America and do a South America tour, because there's just too much beautiful countryside to let go to waste without flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator, seeing everything here firsthand. So it's awesome. I hope you guys are ready for this flight. It's a shorter flight. It's only about an hour and 20 minutes flight time on the way down there. So we're going to take our time. We got a full load of people today thanks to SimBrief, so that's going to be interesting getting that airplane in there. But A320 is flying there in real life, so we shouldn't have a problem at all. We just got to make sure we're on our A game, not floating this one out. We're just going to put her down and see what we can do. So I hope you guys are excited to see that. I'm very excited. We're in the Latam Colombia livery. Pretty nice, I gotta say, pretty nice. You know, I'm not a huge white, all white fuselage livery guy, but it's okay. I mean, I don't mind. I like the tail. The tail's pretty cool. So I hope you guys are ready to get this party started. Chris Stuper, there he is in chat. Thank you to Chris Stuper for the thumbnail screenshots. Appreciate you, man. They're absolutely awesome. I didn't know which one to pick. They were so good. But Alex Henson, good to see you. Swarm 3513, D3CO22, good to see you. Orlando Mitch, what's going on, man? Alfie Douglas, welcome to the channel, sir. Jeremy Harvey, always a pleasure to see you. That music, man. This might be my favorite yet. I don't know. I don't even know which one. They're all my favorite, but this one is absolutely awesome. Jeremy, thank you so much for creating the intro music for the Colombia Latin America tour. Pete S., good to see you, sir. Al W., what's going on, man? Hope your air conditioning's working. Blue Bear, John Padfield, good to see you. Fubar, with you, sir. Good to see you. Good to talk to you there in chat for a little bit. Welcome to the stream. Sergey Dubrovic, good to see you. Paul Shoe Smith, as always, welcome, sir. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. And let's see who else we have that I missed. Alex5150, good to see you. Kelmo, Rusty C, Mr. Martini, and Brian Bouth. Welcome indeed. Key 6 says, let's get this turd into the air. Hey, now, it's not a turd, but I will be trying a new crosswind, I will be trying the new setup for the crosswind fix. I know that a lot of people were talking about that. So now the fix is to put the pedal disconnect on. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, let's get this show on the road, shall we? We're sitting here at the gate. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. I like Latam livery, but I prefer the old land, Colombia, Chile. I am right there with you, Javier. I'm right there with you, man. Hello, CFI check ride on Tuesday. Came to say hi. Sahil Bolin. Well, congratulations, man, on getting that far and getting your CFI check ride done, or getting to that point where you actually get to take your check ride. That is going to be one of the, that's probably the longest, most thorough check ride that you're going to have in your career, short of a type ride. But best of luck to you, sir, and keep us updated on your progress, sir. All right, here we go. Let's get everything ready. Where are we at? This is that. I like this scenery. It's pretty good here. Pretty good. So we're back over here in Rio Negro. We're across the valley. I appreciate everybody who joined in the other day. We fired up and did the Colombian cargo operation out of the Medellin airport, which was really fun to see that. Hope you guys got to see that. Some beautiful views on the way back into Medellin in the sunset. It was 10 for 10. All right, so here we go. Let's go. We've got our battery power. Let's go ahead and get them fired online here. Felix, welcome to the stream. There we go. There's the old gyros. Hear those gyros powering up? Gotta love it. Simon, Rio Negro is your base? Awesome, man. Awesome. I've flown in here quite a few times. I've flown in here a fair amount of times. Haven't been in a couple months. But PP, isn't LaGuardia called an aircraft carrier? LaGuardia is the space shuttle landing facility compared to the airport we're about to fly into today. So doesn't even compare, man. Doesn't even compare. All right, let's get the external power on before I drain all the batteries, listening to the gyro spool up there. Okay, cruise. This is going to fire up here. Let's let the screens come to life. Christian, you just landed? How was your landing, man? Christian, he's got me on this VFR kick, and I might have to put a poll in chat later on when we get into cruise, but listening to the Blue Experience the other day with the VFR stuff, and they have their, the Pilot Edge is having their Oshkosh event, and Christian's been flying the Piper Arrow around VFR, and it got me thinking, man, what if we did just a couple of VFR Friday streams? I used to instruct in the Piper Arrow. I've got a couple hundred hours, just short of 1,000 hours, I think, in the Arrow itself. So very familiar with that airplane. It would be interesting to go through like a little mini stream series for VFR stuff. I know a lot of you guys come here to see airliner stuff, but this sim is so nice for doing VFR too, and I think I've kind of gotten away from that as well, especially when I come to the office. I stream just for you guys. We haven't done any VFR stuff, but it's got me really thinking about doing some VFR stuff here in the future with a little piston. No turbo props, none of that, just piston engines, naturally aspirated. It could be a fun time, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the overhead set up here. Boom, and here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Just flight Arrow 3 and 4. I have the Arrow 3. Hardy. I have the Arrow 3, so yeah, I really enjoyed it when it first came out, and in fact, I almost started doing video series for it when it first came out, but then just a bunch of stuff happened, and I feel like I start a lot of series, and then I just end up not finishing them because something comes up. But I tell you what, as I go through the overhead checks here, editing videos, making high quality content that's edited and stuff is just, it's so time consuming. So hats off for everybody that does that. Like, I know the Jeff Favianos of the world, the 320 Sim Pilot, he does a couple of them. Q8 Pilot does a ton of them. Just editing videos, man, it's a very time consuming process. Rand Cool, you fly mostly VFR GA? Interesting. We might have to do it, man. VFR around Hawaii? Ooh, I haven't even seen Hawaii in this sim yet. All right, let's take a look here. Everything else looks good on the panel. Get this out of the way. What do we got here for our hydraulics? Is good. Engine, we have oil, and pressurization is in auto. Good deal. Let's go down to the FMGC and get this thing fired up. We'll go ATSU, AOC, flight init, and let's go ahead and pull our flight from Rio Negro to Pasto. Lola Pilot, what's up, sir? Says hello. Good to have time again to join. Excellent, Lola Pilot. Well, come on in. Here we go. This is Latam 357, or is it Land? I think it's Latam Colombia. Is it called? What's the call sign, Christian? You told me what it is. Here we go. Rio Negro to Pasto, alternate of SELT. I'm not even sure where that is, but let's go ahead and pull it into the main box here. Hawaii is 10 for 10. I got to try it out. I have not even seen Hawaii in this sim, which is crazy. Now that I don't think I've done anything in Hawaii with this sim. Land 357. We're going to go cost index of 55. That's fine. Our cruise altitude, we have filed flight level 350, which we may amend that depending on our takeoff load here. Getting out of here. 350 is set. IRS and NIT. Let's go ahead and align on ref. Confirm. It's Latam. Okay. Thank you, Javier. Thank you. Hello from the UK. Welcome, BKG. Welcome, sir. Let's get a little weather going on here. Pull this out. Where are we at? A weather request. And we are going to get SKRG just to get an update on the winds. I think we're going to be blasting off too. But we'll pull that here for a second. I can finish the flight plan from the back side. We're going to do the RNAV 02 again, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go into Navigraph. Howdy from Italy, Fabre. Well, welcome aboard. I would try to speak some Italian to you, but I'm just a fake Italian, man. I forget all my Italian. I can speak some words in French and Spanish, but believe it or not, I'm actually Italian myself. But glad to have you on board. Welcome to the stream, sir. Let's import this from SimBrief. All right, let's go SKPS. kind of building this backwards. So the approach, we wanted to do the RNP-02. Now there's one that's like super juicy. I think it's this one, RNP runway 02 for B and C. That would be us. Okay, and then we have a RNP Yankee 02. This is for Cat B and C as well. I think is this just different? What's the difference on this here? We've got a Yankee and a standard. I mean, they look pretty much the same. This is RMP .1, 6200, and RMP Yankee is RMP 1.5, 6300. We're going to do the RMP Yankee then, because I don't know if we're that advanced. RNAV Yankee 02, and I don't believe we're on a star. We are not on a star, so no star. Approach via, and we're coming in from Mike Echo Romeo, which is Mercaderes VOR. So we are going to put that in the box. So MER right here, insert that. So we've kind of gone from the backside of the flight plan. Now let's get our weather that we called for. Brian Baffle, thank you so much for the £8 donation, or excuse me, €8 donation. Thank you so much for your support. He says, darn you V1, 20 years through various Boeing home cockpits, now starting again, and thanks to you in Phoenix, this one is going to have to be an A320. Brian, well, I'm sorry that I had to convince you to fly the superior aircraft, or to create the superior aircraft cockpit now, but that's awesome, man. If you're in the Discord, make sure to post progress pics. I love seeing what everybody's got going on in their home sims. Gives me some ideas too, what I want to do here. I might be getting a new desk and trying to reset up some stuff. But welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. Winds out of here, Rio Negro, 120 at 3, 999, few, broken, temperature 20, 1024. So while I'm looking at it, let's set 1024 here. 1024, 1024, ding, nav barrel ref disagree, 1024, that's because Phantom's not fast enough to set it. With me, 1024 set both sides. So with winds 120 at 3, let's just blast off 02, it's more scenic, departure, or 01, excuse me. Runway 1 on the RNG 2 Bravo. Rio Negro 2 Bravo departure. We'll insert that. That looks good. So that's gets us out to Coxev, Maranilla, Rio Negro, back around. That flight plan looks good. Get the constraints on there. I'm pretty sure I flew this departure not long ago when I flew out of here. Just double check. So coming out, it's basically a right turn. Oh, going to plan mode would help, wouldn't it? A right turn right back around, and then we're going to continue on southbound. Boom, that looks good. And I'm sitting here. We need to actually start the boarding process, don't we? We're getting ahead of ourselves. It's going to be a long boarding process. That's okay, though. It's a short flight, so we're going to take our time. We're going to enjoy it. So weight and balance. We have 162 pupils with 4,800 pounds of cargo. Jeez. And we need to take 14,000 pounds of gas. So let's go ahead and load. 27 minutes. We are loading. Captain, you good to board? Yes, ma'am, we are good to board. Or sir, depending on who it is. How sexist of me. I set 1023 on the captain's side. Oh, yeah. Crisis averted. I think we're going to survive now. Yeah, good catch. Let's see here. We had winds 22 knots, gusting 42 at EGPE. Wow. How would an approach in a bus need to be... would an approach need to be changed, if at all? Not really. A Rusty C, the only thing that concerns me or piques my interest with winds at 22, gusting 42, is the sheer gust factor, right? Because if it's coming right down the pipe, that's not bad at all. The problem is that gust factor of 20 knots. So I would probably be looking to add close to my additive, or my max additive on my VAP page. You can go VLS plus 15 is your max. So I would probably at least start with VLS plus 10 as a minimum, kind of gauge what the airplane is doing. Depending on the aircraft, I would consider possibly doing a flaps 3 landing, you know, if you're in a wind shear. But if it's not really wind shear, it's just, I don't know how the weather is in that part of the world on a daily basis, you know, if wind shear is a common thing or not. If wind shear was a common thing, flaps 3 would be something I would definitely be discussing with my first officer, like, hey, you know, if we get a wind shear here, we better climb out performance and all that good stuff with flaps 3. let's go ahead and do a flaps 3 landing. But coming right down the pipe like that, there's really nothing else to worry about other than that gust factor. Going to be a little bumpy there coming in on approach. But you're going to have ground speed mini working for you as well. So even when you go manage speed, your VREF speed is probably going to be 150 knots or so, 160 knots even. With that kind of wind coming right at the airframe, that's going to blend off to your VLS correction by the time you touch down. But no, that's a good question, man. I haven't seen winds like that in a while. Al says, how toasty is it in the cockpit when you board? Well, we have limitations. It's got to be below 85 degrees, but I try to keep it nice and cool as I can, man. So right now we don't have any ground air hooked up, so it's probably getting hotter in here. Oh, it's 20 degrees. It's 29 in the cockpit right now. Let's go ahead and open the window. It's a little early for the APU, so let's go ahead and pop the window open. Crack the window here. Look at that. Cockpit temp is cooling down. All right, let's continue with our planning here. I could just sit here. My wife brought me this. I'm going to show it to you guys. You're probably going to laugh at me. Well, maybe not. I've never had one of these before. It's a pink. Where's my camera at? It's like a pink refresher from Starbucks. Definitely not very manly looking, but I gotta tell you, it's absolutely delicious, and there's caffeine or something in it. And there we go. We just wrecked the Fly Live. I wonder why that did that. I might have to reset Fly Live here, but yeah, I could just sit here and chat with you guys all day. But let's go ahead and finish loading up the airplane before we get going here. It's a shame you won't visit Peru in the South America tour. Why won't we visit Peru? We are going to definitely visit Peru, my friend. Matter of fact, I want to fly into Lima because I want to go see some llamas. All right, we did our flight plan. Let's do a quick secondary. Mr. Martini, it's not bourbon, no sir. Let's get a quick our return in here. Oh, and you know what we need to do is we need to reset our failures to be realistic as well. So I don't want to forget that because we got to have that realism factor, right? If we pop one, we'll come right back around. ILS Zulu 1, that's fine. Secondary perf, all the way over to the approach phase. Boom, boom, boom. I skipped it. Temperature off the ECAM is 20. That'll go there. QNH, we said it was 1024. I guess we're using the rest of the world units today. Winds are basically nil. We'll just go 040. Barrel ref, I'm going to put, that's actually a barrel ref because it's the Zulu. So 200 off field elevation is, let's call it 7,100 feet. If we have to come back, we can deal with that later on. But that's it for now. RadNav, I'm actually going to hard tune the Marinilla VOR. Mike Romeo November. I want the one that's 6 miles away from me, not the one that's 4,000 miles away. So that's set. Let's see, progress page. We'll get a quick and dirty SKRG in there. Perf, we're waiting on that. A NIT B is pretty much done, waiting on fueling, which is pretty much instant. This is one thing here that I would like to see changed. Just it's my thing. I've been saying it for a while. Ever since, what was the FlightJSim Q400 did this from default. Having real-time boarding. I love having real-time boarding of the passengers. That's awesome. 10 for 10 Phoenix. But give me some real-time boarding of the fueler too. Like maybe like a random, he shows up at a random time. I feel like, you know, going from 6 to 14,000 pounds, we'd be sitting here for at least a couple of minutes waiting on gas. But we've got 14,200 on the ECAM, so that's what we need. That's on board. It is balanced, 5580 across both tanks. Let's go ahead and get our pumps online. And we'll turn the seatbelt sign on, and we can put that in the box here. 14.2. Block fuel set. V1, do you regularly carry pink beverages through DFW? No, Blue Bear, I don't. But when I do, I'm going to put one of those beverage things around it so nobody can see it. But I tell you what, this thing is freaking delicious. It is a, if I tell you what it is, it's going to even sound more feminine, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being in touch with your feminine side. This is a mango dragon fruit lemonade. And it's juicy. No doubt. That drink looks like a pink gin and pink tonic water. You know what, Quasimodo? I bet a little gin in there wouldn't be all that bad at all. Wouldn't be all that bad at all. Yeah, Fubar, as far as the vehicles, I'm pretty sure I think I heard Amir talking about that they're actually working on their own ground vehicles, which is kind of cool. So I'm sure that'll come in the future. I just kind of throwing that out there. I mean, if you're going to go through the work to have the ground vehicles and stuff, you know, real-time fueling would be cool to see too, or cargo. Look up. What's going on up there? Ooh, we got someone joining us today. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. All right. We will continue here. So since the box is pretty much done, let's go back to our maintenance, config failures of random. I want all, and I want it on realistic, and we're going to store as default again. So I guess every time you load a flight, if you want to have that failure stuff, you got to reset it. It's not saving anymore, which is a little bit of a bug that's come up, but that's fine. All right, so that is set. We don't have any ATC online. We set our top altitude was 3.5. We'll set 350 here in the FCU. That is set. Working on that. 1 FD, we're aligned. Cool. So in this case, I'm just going to put you on the flight plan page over there. I need my EFB back. Love that window animation. Okay, let's go to here. Any chance of hosting an official V1 fly-in? Key 6. So this is what I'm thinking. And I'm like I said, this is just a thought. I haven't gone much further than just the initial thoughts. As far as fly-in or anything like that, with the Flight Sim Expo being in Houston next year, I am actually really entertaining the idea of I'm going to book my flight. I'm going to pick a flight that's like a good time to leave. I don't know which day yet, from Dallas to Houston. And then I will publicly state whatever flight that is. And then if you guys are connecting through DFW or whatnot, we could meet up maybe in DFW, and then we'll all be on the same plane down to Houston to the expo together. But that's just literally, it was just a thought off the top of my head. I haven't looked at any of the logistics or anything like that yet. But I really, really want to get to Flight Sim Expo next year in Houston. I think it'll be awesome. It's right in my backyard. So hopefully I'll get to meet many more of you. I got to meet XB72 last week, which was fantastic. Phenomenal gentleman. I believe Q8 pilot is also going to be at Flight Sim Expo next year, so I'd love to meet him in person. So I'm looking forward to it. That's just off the top of my head. Jeff Weber, thank you so much, man, for the $20 super chat, sir. Appreciate you. He says, too much work. Glad to catch another stream. Here's to an OK 3-wire for you on the carrier landing. Jeff, thank you so much, man, for your continued support. I appreciate you, sir. Yes, indeed. And we're going for a 3-wire trap today in Pasto. Hopefully we can pull that off, because it's going to be, we got a full load of passengers going down there, which is going to be interesting on the way to see what the temperature is when we get down there for density, altitude, and all that. But again, thank you for your continued support, sir. Glad to have you on board. You'll be in Houston for the expo, Jeff? Excellent. Oh, Key 6, virtual flying in Microsoft. Well, yeah, I know there's a real one happening too. That too, possibly, sir. All right, we don't need the fuel page anymore. Let's get back to work here. When is our off block time? It was at 15, right? I believe it was at 15. So let's go back to mass and balance. My flight. 22 minutes, so we got a couple minutes where we can start the APU. So we'll keep it on mass and balance. That is going to give us our real-time loading. We got 162, about 100 people to go still. I guess we can look at the departure procedure coming out of here off of 02, easy taxi out. We're going to go Alpha, Alpha 1. Coming down Alpha in real life, I mean, it is quick. I took a 320 out of here, barely loaded at all. We barely had anybody on board, light load, Neo. I had 2 engines started going down Alpha. I mean, the brakes were like 270 C before taking the runway. And that was me really trying not to get on them coming down the Alpha taxiway. So in real life, this is a challenge for a super light airplane. I'm curious if anybody else experiences that. And we also didn't have brake fans either. So it also didn't help that the FO smoked the brakes on the way in. But nevertheless, I've learned my lesson since then. I tried a single engine taxi as far out as I can. Like coming out of hotel here is a nice little downslope. And then the airplane just wants to run away from it. And this taxiway, y'all out here in Rio Negro need to repave this sucker, because this thing in real life is like speed bump after speed bump. I feel like I'm going to bust a hub off one of the wheels going down to 03 or 01. But anyway, so hopefully we don't have to worry about that in the sim. As far as departure is concerned, RNG, Rio Negro 2 Bravo. I think it's this one, right? Russell, thank you for the $7 super chat, sir. It says, as always, great edutainment. Thank you for sharing your passion. Are you planning on flying the FNO again on VATSIM? Russell, thank you for your super chat. I don't know when the next, when I'll be able to do another FNO. I know I'm going to be working next Friday as well, I think, at least during the FNO time frame. So I'm not sure when the next one will be, Russell. I'm not sure, man, but I do miss getting on VATSIM with a lot of traffic, and that is fun. It is fun doing that. All right, so Coxiv, straight out, right turn, 185 knots till end of turn. By now, you guys have probably that have seen this the last couple streams, 185. We got to stay low. We got to keep our turn radius low. We're coming out of these airports that have high terrain on all quadrants. The faster you go, that wider that radius of turn. So this is why we got that tight 185 knots max until you're basically out of the turn. Keep our radius down. We're going to hit the, I believe this is Maranilla. Yeah, Maranilla VOR, and then we are going out to Rio Negro. So we're basically going to hit this, and then we're going to track the 213 right here at or above 12,000 feet. So we're going to be climbing like homesick angels coming out of here. We're going to do a Toga packs off takeoff, and because it's my understanding here in Colombia, I think, maybe someone can correct me in chat if you're still here, they have the APU limitation here. I've got my iPad with me, but it's sitting behind me. I don't want to get up. I'm pretty confident they have a kind of a strict APU usage here, or suggestion anyway, so we will do a traditional packs off Toga takeoff to meet the climb restrictions and come out of here. So that's your takeoff briefing. If we pop one, we'll come back right back around. We'll probably be overweight, or we'll be close to it. All right, so that is done. Let's go ahead and do that since we're already talking about departure. Let's do a quick and dirty. We're going to do dry. It is dry, yes. We're going to do optimum flaps, forced Toga, yes. Anti-ice off, packs off. And we're just going to go sync live. Interesting. I don't have a prelim. So I like this. Unless this is a bug. It's either it's a bug or a feature, and I like it. I don't have a preliminary load sheet yet, so I can't run a prelim takeoff data run number. I like that. That gives me purpose to accepting the preliminary load sheet in the Fenix. So if this is not a bug and a feature, I really like that. That's something I haven't experienced yet. Normally we always get our prelim, and then we're pretty much out of here, but I haven't got any prelim information yet. But, all right, you've got the takeoff brief. We're going to have high terrain all quadrants. Terrain will be up on my side. He's got constraints on. I've got constraints on. 350 is set. We're waiting for our final numbers here for the zero fuel weight and our Toga numbers. Everything else is set up in the box. We're doing packs off. We've already talked about that procedure. You guys have seen it here many times. Yes, we do APU limitation. Excellent, Andres. So then we will comply with that. We'll minimize our APU usage. And just for the heck of it, why don't we do a crossbleed start short of runway 01 for departure? So we'll get fired up. We'll push back, and then we'll do a crossbleed. Should we do a crossbleed? Yeah, what the hell? We'll do a crossbleed start. On our way out. We'll probably taxi out to hotel, then do a crossbleed, go down Alpha. We'll be good to go. Pasta is the reason you don't fly an X-Plane 11? Breadmaster, it is one of the main reasons that got me switched over. It definitely is one of the main reasons. We got 2,000 there is set. I think everything else is pretty much good to go. We're just waiting on passengers now, so we'll just go to the weight and balance page. We'll hang tight. We can hang out here. We got 60 people to go. Our off block was 15. We've got 17 minutes. So what else you guys got? Look at this view right here, though. Absolutely awesome. You got a downshift instead of riding the brakes. Steven, I know. Unfortunately, it's against our SOP to drag a reverser out. I don't know if any of you guys that fly Airbus are in the chat, but I'm pretty sure it's common. I don't really ever see Airbuses dragging a bucket to slow down. I used to do that in the citation all the time. And what they're referring to, it's, you know, if you're going somewhere fast, Vegas is another one. If you just go into idle reverse, you can use idle reverse all the way down to aircraft stop. It's not a problem. But they don't want you taxiing around like that because you kick up debris, higher chance of FOD, ingestion into the engine like that because you're kicking stuff up in front of you. So it's not recommended. And for us personally, and I'm trying to think. I don't even think I've been on an operator. I don't know. I don't know their SOPs. I have not seen firsthand anybody dragging a reverser on an Airbus legally. I've seen it with my own, I've seen airlines do it that I know have it against their SOP, but I don't know if that's that carries across to like South America and stuff. Jeremy says, did you take notes as you listened to the takeoff briefing? Because I don't know how you'd remember everything. Jeremy, no. The takeoff briefing is supposed to be short and to the point, and for that reason only, that's why you're not doing, you don't want to take notes. It shouldn't be a whole speech. It should just be, what are the key items? What are we doing? And keep it short and simple like that. So we don't take notes during it, but after you do it a couple times, you get used to it. Iron Man. Whoa. Mr. Iron Man coming in with a $100 massive dono. Guys, get some positive rates in chat for Mr. Iron Man. Thank you so much for that $100 super chat, sir. He says, for the countless hours of entertainment, good sir, thank you for what you do. Iron Man, thank you so much. Here, what do you want to do? A little cheers. I'm going to give you my dragon fruit tea. Cheers to that, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Thank you for being with us here. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Stark. Oh, look, looks like Fly Life came back. So when I go to... Oh, so I see what's happening. When I go to Tiller Cam, there's no Fly Live. Aha. Aha. I see. Now I've got it. Now it might work. We'll see. We'll turn it back off, turn it back on. Go back to here. It might reload. It might take a minute. We'll give it a minute. I am not using FS Realistic. No. Not using FS Realistic. I've thought about picking it up. Matter of fact, I probably will pick it up. Just haven't done it yet. Alright, weather data has been reviewed, so that's all. We're still hanging out. We're just chilling here. We got 40 people to go. 7 minutes to go takeoff. I wonder why my Fly Live... Hold on, let me do this, guys. I'm going to exit Fly Live completely. Like this. We're going to reboot it. FS Realistic adds touchdown effects and a couple other effects. I had it in X-Plane 11, and I really liked it. And I watched part of. I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I'm going to finish it. Q8 Pilot has done a video on Fly Live, and that's going to be the deciding factor for me. And the way it's looking, it looks like I'm going to be picking it up. I don't know what is going on with this. Huh. Get the Pro, old one pulled. Okay, yeah, it's the newest one, right? Version 2. Do you let passengers in the cockpit? Yeah, on the ground. I'm wondering because I was recently let into a cockpit mid-flight at a European airline. I don't know about European operations. So here in the U.S., we don't let anybody in the cockpit once the door is shut, once you're getting ready to push off the gate. But, yeah, absolutely. Right now, we got people coming, boarding right now. Everyone's coming in. Hey, would you like to say hi? Yeah. The jet bridge coming through here. Sometimes, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I might stand here and greet passengers every now and then. But I'm thinking about getting Microsoft. Do you recommend it? Amazing Gaming, I do. I do indeed recommend it. I think you'll enjoy it, especially if you like flight sims. There's it's really taken shape as a full fidelity simulator. It's definitely taken shape. Looks like we got another LAN over there, or Latam. So at this point, we're probably getting close to closing up the boarding doors. So let's at least do that. Let's go ahead and pull the aft stairs. We'll close the forward cargo. We'll close that. And how are we on time? We could fire up the APU now. Let's fire it up. When you want to be noticed, chest up and all that stuff? No, Christian. Very rare. Like on go home day, which it's rare because on go home day, not everything is running smoothly. But if in the rare event that things are running smoothly on go home day, I might, say hi, people boarding. And if I do, it's only for a few seconds. I don't stand there the whole time. Javier, you're joining with the old land livery? Excellent. I don't know why I can't get... This guy's driving me nuts. Saying hi before or after coffee? Depends. Jay, exactly. Commuter curse. Absolutely. It will never, it never, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong on go home day. I'm getting a little bit concerned that we don't have any load sheet information. No, we can always do it off of here, but we haven't got any prelim or anything like that. We got the timer started. Let's go ahead and pull the ground power. Cockpit to ground. Ground, the cockpit, go ahead. Hey, you're cool to, you're good to pull ground power and air. Copy that. Pulling ground power and air, Captain. Will a 3080 Ti, 32 gigs gaming laptop work? It'll come down to your processor, but yeah, 3080, absolutely. 3080 Ti, I've got 32 gigs. I mean, my 1070 ran Microsoft really well. I don't know about the Fenix. It's gonna, as far as the processor comes, you're gonna have a nice processor to match that 3080 and you'll be fine. Just you have to put your settings at a reasonable level, that's all. All right, 2 minutes, we'll fire up the APU bleed. Let me go over here. See, it's not even giving me like prelim data, which is interesting. But that's okay, we'll have the final load sheet from over here. Captain Nathan, what's going on? New subscriber, welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you on. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. You picked a heck of a day to join. It should be a lot of fun headed down to Narino. Maybe I broke an ACARS, lack of prelim info. It's possible, Jeremy. Well, the only thing I could think of is when I loaded up my sim brief, it said that I had the wrong units for the aircraft. So I wonder if that like bugged it out. Just fly live is killing me, man. Alright, the last thing I'm going to try to do then is reset FSU IPC. So we're going to exit FSU IPC. I'm going to exit that. I'm going to exit Fly Live for the final time. 20 seconds, we'll get the bleed on. I'm trying FS Realistic Pro. The plane seems to go up and down while parked and in flight. Using the Bravo quadrant, I keep getting issues with thrust, even after calibration. Michael, make sure all your wires are attached. Make sure there's nothing broke inside your Bravo itself. All right, now I'm gonna reset. If this doesn't work, I'm done messing with it. But we gotta go FSU IPC, fire you back up. FSU IPC running. Copus, glad you enjoy it, man. Welcome on board, sir. Now we will fire up Fly Live for the final time. Departure ICAO, SKRG, SKPS, Latam. Oh no, land. What are we? Land. No, Latam. 357. Done. 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 And it's dead. All right, whatever. All right, there's 3 minutes. Let's get the APU bleed on. Let's cool it down in here. Five minutes to push. Are we done? Boarding is complete. Okay, so we don't have it, so we're going to do it ourselves. 130.4 and 30.4. 130.4 and 30.4 is set. Let's see what our numbers are. I need 3. And I also, yeah, that looks good. Hour 9. 21 minutes. All right, we don't have a ton of extra gas, but we got some. All right, that is done. That is done. Up to the top. A beacon is coming on. Good to close, Captain. We are good to close. So, at that point, that's pulled. Sync final. There we go. Sync live. Calculate. How are we doing on time? We got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. 20, 40, 40. Flaps 1. Packs off. 120. 140. 140. Flaps 1. Packs off. Done. So jet bridge going to pull. Waiting on the jet bridge. Go back to ground services. Shaq Oatmeal, welcome, sir. Land Colombia, thank you, Javier. Land Colombia. Shaq, welcome to the stream, man. I saw you flying that interesting Spirit livery last night, dude. What's up with that? Hope you're enjoying it, man. Welcome to the stream. All right, jetway's off. 4 minutes to push. Iron Man, yeah. The outside sounds are very loud. Very, very loud. All right, let's do it before start checklist. Ready to go. Windows door and slides there. Closing on. Beacon on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is on. Before start checklist is complete. And connect the tug, please. No funny business down there. There's our company message. That's fine. I'll give it to Phantom. Hopefully he can get it. Let's do 122.8. Oh, I also need to set my push to talk. Keeps going to Bravo. Interesting. Why does it keep going to that? Oh, now I'm hot micing. Hold on. Push to talk. Clear. There we go. Rio Negro traffic, land, Colombia 357, going to be pushing straight back here off gate 9. All right, Captain, walk around's complete. Doors, hatches are closed, ready for pushback? Yes, we are. Brakes released, clear to push. Here we go. Off the gate, 13 minutes, 2 minutes to spare. 2 minutes to spare. Shaq says, indeed, it was a strange one off to the normal jet, or stick to the normal jet, yeah. Brandon B, DC to MCO, that's a nice flight. That's a nice flight indeed. Let's see if we can go tail left here. Oh, we pushed off gate 5, that's all right. That's close enough. We'll push here at the 45. Brown to cockpit. Pushback is complete. Please set brakes. Brakes set. Clear disconnect. Show me the pin out front. Thanks for the smooth push. Talk to you next time. Good. He's going to disconnect. Let's see the company message here. This is just our load sheet. Cool. All right. Init B, we'll keep it on perf page for now. That's fine. Where's the tug? Oh, we got to disconnect. And we're going to go ahead and start engines. Ignition mode to ignition start. We have bleed pressure. Turn in 1. Enjoy the sounds, or lack thereof. Shaq, I'm right there with you, man. 140 likes. Man, if we don't have 200 likes before taxi out, we're going to have to go back to the gate. We're going to have to go back to the gate. All right, that is set. We're going to do a cross-bleed start, right? So we're going to make myself work harder. So we've got a good start. That's not quite done yet. Still coming up. There it is. We've got a good start on engine 1. So APU bleed will come off. We're going to do a cross-bleed start. So we're going to go ahead and just secure the APU. I did this way out of order, but I'm going to go back to tiller cam. And we're going to go arm U and flaps position 1. Hey, Aaron, what's going on, man? It says flying on both 737s and A320s on my recent trip, including the MAX. That's scary. Glad you survived. One thing that is really irritating as a passenger is the loud electric hydraulic pumps in the 7.3. Well, yeah, that's because they're from 1930, my friend. Exactly. Exactly. I do miss the old 737 flap sounds, though. The old classic flap sounds are the best flap sounds there ever was. But what's up, Aaron? Good to see you, man. Welcome back to the stream. All right, so everything else is done. Hey, we got 200 likes. I guess we're not going to the gate. So here we go. Yellow electric pump is on. APU bleed is off. We're going to single engine taxi, and we're going to do a cross bleed start. So in real life, you have to let them know where you're going to do a cross bleed because you don't want to blow a little Cessna behind you. Giggity. So with nobody really out here, we're going to do a cross bleed short of Alpha. So let me look at the ground charts here. 10-9. There it is. Why don't we go out here, hotel, and block everybody and do our cross-bleed start there. That'll be really, really good. Rio Negro traffic, Latam Colombia 357. We're going to taxi to runway 02 via Alpha. We're going to do a cross-bleed start short of the taxiway there, though. All right, brakes released. Taxi light on. Let's go. You need my nose wheel? He didn't straighten out my nose wheel. What's up with that? Blue Games would have definitely straightened out the nose wheel before disconnecting the tug. Unacceptable. Brake check. Pressure 0. Jeremy, you're right. Depending on the configuration, the yellow electric pump can be loud. Oh, you hear it right now? That. Some airplanes are worse than others. But yeah, they can be loud. Mohammed, you picked up on that? Good. I love that skit from Key and Peele. 90-degree landing coming up, John. Hey, we have a checklist for that now, thanks to JetBlue.
Rio Negro traffic, Latam Colombia 515, pushing back on.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna start a second engine right here. We'll do our cross-bleed start right here, short of Alpha. Scott, not really, man. I have tried all of the options, and I still have the same issue, but the issue only arises when you are in a 15-knot wind or more. Basically have a self-imposed limitation. All right, so for a cross-bleed start, we're going to open the cross-bleed to open, and we're going to go ahead and turn pack 1 off and pack 2 off. And then we're going to move the ignition start switch to ignition start, which it already is. And let's go ahead and give it some juice here. Looking for about at least 28 PSI. We've got 30. We can go all the way up to 40% N1. The last airplane I crossbleed started, it was weird. As soon as you would be sitting there about 40 PSI, and as soon as the valve opened, it would drop to low teens. We had to go above 40% just to get the crossbleed to work. It's kind of a weird one. So we're good there. 39%. We got 36 PSI. And we got a taxi light on like a new guy. Let's go ahead and turn 2.
Sir Americano 231 will be taxiing to runway 01 via Alpha, Rio Negro.
Aaron says, just missed out on a 321 Neo due to a last-minute equipment change. Oh, that sucks, man. I mean, is the engine starting? There it is.
Nego traffic, Latam Colombia, it's 548. We're going to be pushing back off of stand 3 onto Sierra 1.
That's that guy. I thought maybe this fly live would work. No? Alright, sounds like we got a good start. Almost. Avail, we can walk this one back to idle. We'll start the clock. We'll clean it up. That goes off. We're flaps 1. That is reset. We're down 0.1. Check. And up to the overhead. We can go pack 1 on. Pack 2 on. Cross bleed back to auto. And yellow electric pump. That should have been off up there after we were getting ready to start too. I left that on. That would have been running the whole time. That would have been annoying. All right, we got a good start on number 2. Let's make sure it's clear. And let's go. Rio Negro traffic, Latam Colombia 357, taxi runway 02 via Alpha. Rio Negro. Let's go. So now, in real life, you could easily do that crossbleed while taxiing. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. A little bit of breakaway thrust there. Taxi on 1 engine, normal in real life? Yeah, very normal in the US. Now, coming out of here, this is a short taxi, probably aren't going to do it, except like I talked about earlier, in real life, coming down Alpha right here, it's downhill and the airplane really starts to run away from you. So I try to single engine taxi till at least I'm on Alpha, and then we do our second engine start because it's hard to keep the brakes cool coming down this taxiway. We'll see if this one is as bumpy as it is in real life. We're about to find out. Yeah, I don't know why the fly live keeps bugging out. We'll just get rid of it. Alright, while we're taxiing though, let's do a flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, pedal disconnect. Now I can't do my rudders because I have the option on in the EFB, but that's supposed to be help fix the issue keeping the center line a little bit. So we're going to rock it right now, but theoretically we just did our rudder check, and then the first officer would do his. That will be all good, and then he's going to do auto brakes max, takeoff config check, radar PWS is on, auto, TARA, and we are pretty much ready to go. Hold short golf golf, welcome man. I like that name. I said that to my wife one time. I posted it in the Discord. It's kind of funny. She texted me. Just had a super long 4-day trip. I was exhausted, and we were holding in DFW for a gate. And she texted me, and she's like, "What gate are you at?" Or she's like, "Where are you?" Because she was mad I wasn't home yet or something. I don't know. And I was just like, kilo short of golf or whatever the taxiway was. It didn't go over all that well, but I thought it was funny. Exactly. With real life idle thrust, yeah. So 30% here. If this was real life, if I had 30% N1s coming down this taxiway, we'd be doing 60 knots right now. 100%. But yeah, this taxiway is 100 times nicer than the real one. Did I forget my taxiway? Oh no, there it is. Yeah, a couple guys coming out with us today. So loud outside. Sorry guys. I'll try to turn the volume down when we take off, so when we do the fly with, it won't blow your ears out. Yeah, Microsoft ground friction is broken, Andre. Yeah, and I think from what I gathered, the whole Sim Update 10, the couple things they're going to fix, I think it's relatable to ground friction itself, which would be nice. Jeremy says, I always say stand by and Roger on the phone. Oh, yeah. Stand by, Roger. Check. Are you still flying X-Plane 11 or waiting for X-Plane 12? Here's the honest truth, guys. I even told Jeremy, I said, look, we're going to do a farewell flight as Bourbon 1-1 in X-Plane 11. And I loaded up the 727, one of my favorite all-time airplanes in real life. And I really like it in X-Plane 11. I loaded it up in X-Plane 11. I loaded up X-Enviro. It turned my graphics up. And I did not feel it. I was not feeling it. So I don't know. X-Plane 11 might be done for me for a while. Now, I'm very curious what 12 brings, but I say it over and over on this channel. Like, I hope we have 2 good competitive sims. But as far as 11 is concerned, it is no longer competitive for me. Seabase NYC 404, thank you for the $5 super chat, sir. Appreciate that. It says, my uncle is a Latam Airlines captain. He flies 320s and 321s. Well, salute to your uncle. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your $5 super chat. I appreciate that very much. Welcome aboard. Just joined, still on the ground. Phil, we had a long boarding process. Yeah, man, we started the stream an hour ago. Geez, normally I'm off the gate by 30 minutes, but real time, man, real time got us today. All right, here is Alpha 2. We can take Alpha 2 here. We don't have to do this whole loop-de-doop thing. We already did our checklist. I don't see anybody on final, so we could probably just keep it rolling. But I can't make a radio call and turn here at the same time. Renego traffic, Latam 357, going to depart runway 02, Renegro. Alright, so we're up there. Let's go ahead and turn this up, turn that on, turn that on, turn that on. That can go on, and PAX off. I'm going to cheat here. No sense in following the yellow line if you're going to just give up runway. Is this runway 01? I don't know why I keep saying 02. That's because we're landing on 02. That's my mistake. Look at that. Oh, I ran out of juice last second. It was almost perfect. I have to fix it. I have to fix it. It's going to bother me. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Burp. There we go. There. That's the lineup I want. Just to the left of the turtles. All right, what do we got? We got 473 watching. We have 232 likes. I'm going to need 300 likes before takeoff. We're going to go full Toga. PAX off. I need 300 likes. Let's spool them up 50. Smash that like button. All the members in chat, let's get those yogas in there. We'll even do it from the outside view to get everybody juiced up about it. Let's go. 300 likes. We're going full Toga out of here. $300 likes. Rio Negro traffic with Ham 357 departing runway 01. Rio Negro. Yoga. Gotta love it. I should probably pay attention.
Rio Negro traffic.
Mantoga SRS runway. Auto thrust is blue.
Runway 01. There we go.
Love to see that chat turn blue. That's awesome. Thrust set. 100 knots, check. V1. Man, good thing we did a Toga. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Let that blend. Watch your ears, fly with. We are out of here. What is that restriction? 185 knots until we finish the turn. Andres, I just saw your chat. In real life, next time you should tell passengers to give you 150 likes to take off. It's awesome. I don't know when I started doing it, but I like it. I think it's fun. Gets everybody excited for the takeoff. All right, here's the turn. We're bugging 185. I can see that on the speed tape. That's good. Positive trend. Let's start working it back. Thrust, climb, climb, auto thrust. And we'll go pack 1. And we'll start the chrono. That was a pretty cool takeoff, man. It would have been way cooler in IAEs, but we gotta work with what we got. Watch that pitch, keep it 185 knots here. Now that we're coming out of the turn, we see the little magenta dot there. That's gonna let us know that we can accelerate, or that's the planned acceleration point anyway. Now we've got a fly over waypoint, I believe. Screens are dark. We need to brighten it up here with a little... Oh, there we go. Now we can see what we're doing.
Rio Negro traffic.
10,000.
Sir Americana 231, Boeing 737, departing runway 01.
Just trying to zoom out, see how far I can get from the panel before I hit the button. We're out of there. Look, those are those guys departing. So we've got that interesting waypoint situation going on here. I'm going to just do this. Let's go ahead and straighten out the line. Direct to Rio Negro. Latam, land Colombia 357 direct.
Rio Negro traffic, land Colombia 515.
Didn't take it.
Runway 01. Rio Negro traffic.
Insert. There we go. Direct Rio Negro. Now we can speed up. 13,000 feet. We gotta get these flaps up there, friends. There we go. Man. All right, there's S-speed flap 0 after takeoff checklist. VLS coming straight up there when those slats go in. Alright, that's about enough hand flying for me, I think. Want to enjoy some of these views. Let's go autopilot 1. Turn down the sim a little bit. Put you back in live. Just enjoy the views.
Rio Negro traffic, Sierra Americana 231, airborne 9,500 in the turn. Rio Negro last call.
He gone. There's the beacon. So that's where we were, right there. Now somebody's in the turn, so he's back there. A little bit of a stutter. I'm actually going to put this into performance mode over there. There we go. Is there someone else down there? Yeah, there's that land Colombia down there. Terrain is so green. I know, it is so green. So much rain. So pretty out here, man. So pretty. So pretty. Jeff L says, do you ever catch telling your FOs, look at that juice?
Rio Negro traffic, land Colombia 515, taking off of runway 01.
That guy's legit. Whoever that land Colombia is, he's legit. My radio calls are so bad when I'm live streaming. We're going to have to actually do a radio lesson so you guys can believe me that I actually know how to properly use Unicom. But
Rio Negro traffic, land Colombia 548, lining up runway 1.
Look at that. A little bit of rain shafts there. I mean, this is why it's so green right here. Have I tried the adjustment in Microsoft sound settings to dampen engine noises? No, I have not. I haven't messed with any of that because I wanted to try to get the engine start sounds louder, and I couldn't do that for some reason. But hopefully it's not too loud now. I turned it down a tad there, and I've turned it down a little bit here in my software, so hopefully that's a good level for you. I've noticed if I put my Streamlabs into a performance mode, which basically doesn't run a double image. Oh, looks like a little bit of rain there. It doesn't run a double stream because if I have it in non-performance mode or in regular mode, I can see the stream on my other monitor. But it does, when I fly the Fenix, it does take a significant performance hit. If I put it into performance mode, it gets rid of that double view, but I can't actively monitor the audio output. So I've just put it into performance mode, and hopefully the sounds are okay. If they get out of control, let me know. But normally I'm keeping an eye on the audio levels, but in performance mode, I don't have any real-time feedback of them. We are landing at Pasto, Antonio Narino. And that's a good way to get banned. Christian's already on it. Have I, oh, no one talking to me. Benny, what's going on, sir? He says, I did a bore scope on a V2500 2 days ago, and man, it was so bad they would be changing the engine on 321. Ouch, what happened, Benny? They suck an air hose in or a cone or something? That's never very good. Bore scope the engine. Oh, look at that view. Are you kidding me? That's where it's at. That is where it's at. Oh, Javier, that's you? That's your land 515? Andre says, Captain, here in Medellin, all the night and all morning was raining. This was the METAR this morning at MD. Variable at 2.5, broken. Awesome, man. Well, it kind of looks that way. It looks that way. You know, later in the day here, some of it's kind of burning off, maybe. Benny says the afterburner was cracked. Oh, that's no good. Jeremy says, I've been playing with the idea of releasing all previous music from the channel as an album for members so no people can hear everything. What do you think? Jeremy, I think that is a fantastic idea, man. You know, compile them all together. We have, oh, how many pieces of music do we have now, Jeremy? Or do you have for the channel? We've got, let's see, we got the original one. We got the 7K subs. We have, well, the 7K subs was for Europe, right? And then we had the Concorde theme on the way back. We had the Asia Pacific, which also extremely good. One of my favorite. They're all my favorite. And then this one, so 5. We got 5 full intro songs. Absolutely love it. I think that's a great idea, Jeremy. I definitely prefer the IAE MT. I definitely prefer the IAE engines. Chipotle or Taco Bell? Chipotle. Jeez, man, that's not even a comparison. Captain, can you go over the difference between TAT and SAT on the ECAM? Yeah, so looking at the ECAM, great question. I guess I should have hit standard here. We'll pull for standard STDs for you and me. 11013 here. Yeah, I know. And over there is set 3 times. Cool. So the TAT is the total air temperature, okay, or the true air temperature, total air temperature. SAT stands for saturated air temperature, or the static air temperature. It's static? Static air temperature. I'm pretty sure it's static. So the difference in these two is as the airplane moves through the air, the friction between the air over the airplane actually increases the temperature of the air hitting the aircraft, right? That's where you're going to get your TAT. That's why your TAT is going to be warmer than your SAT right now, because it's warming up due to friction and compressibility and all that. So we look at the TAT for turning on engine anti-ice, and we look at the SAT for turning off engine anti-ice when we're talking about jets and going up into the high flight levels. But as far as Microsoft is concerned, and we've talked about this a couple times on stream, as long as you are above plus 10 on the TAT, as long as you're plus 10 on the TAT, you're in visible moisture, you're okay. Once you go below plus 10 and you're in visible moisture, you should turn on the engine anti-ice. And if you're flying jets or you're going up to the higher flight levels, you want to keep that on until your SAT's at minus 40. Once you hit minus 40, it's now too cold for there to be any ice accumulation on the airplane or collecting, right? In theory, anyway. But when you're just doing GA stuff, low level, like the highest you go is 10,000 feet or 15,000 feet, then we're just looking at plus 10, minus 10 on the TAT at all times. That's your window. But once you start, things change when you start flying jets, and when you start going up into the higher flight levels, we have a little bit more that we have to take into account, such as the compressibility and skin friction and all that stuff. That now becomes a player when you start flying high performance aircraft. So that's why we got 2. And fun fact, does anybody know when the ISA, I already did this, when the ISA temperature comes on? So ISA, this is the standard deviation. So it is 17 degrees warmer than the standard temperature at 25,500 feet now. That's what the ISA is. So it tells you the deviation of the two. But when does that come on? Because it's not always there. Dang it, Christian, why are you always got it? Nope, congratulations. Yeah, you got it. I knew he would get it. Christian got it. Yeah, when you set standard. Thackrot's also when you go to standard. Exactly. So if I push this back in theory, it shouldn't. It should only be off the captain's. That's a bug. That's a bug. So in real life, the ISA deviation only comes on when the captain's what is this called? Barometric knob. What is this called? I'm drawing a blank. When this is in standard. It does not matter what the FOs is. It's when this is in standard, the ISA should come on. All right, I got a question for you guys, and here we go. I'm going to do this. I was going to do this on like on a different one, but I'm going to do it live because we got 392 people here, and you guys are obviously more the hardcore viewers. I don't have to put anything in the title, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to post a picture on the screen for you, and I'm going to actually put my cameras back on so you can see. And the winner of this, I will personally buy you the Fenix A320. So if you already have the Fenix A320, there is no point in answering this question for me. So don't give away the answers. So if you don't have the Fenix 320 and you want the Fenix 320 and you can answer this question for me, I'm going to post a picture on the screen or through the camera here, and if you can answer it, number one, I'll be extremely shocked that you got it, and number two, I will personally buy you the Fenix A320. So on my last flight, set it up here, on my last flight, I was flying actually down to Cancun actually, and I found something in the cockpit on the center pedestal. It was, I don't know, it was like right here somewhere, and I picked up, I'm like, what is this? And I started looking at it, and then it dawned on me what it was. So I'm going to show it to you now. I don't know if we've ever talked about it on the channel. I think we might have talked about it once. I know I never showed it to you before, but I'm pretty sure I went over it in my professional series, like at some point in one of those videos. But here it is. I'm going to show you an image, and I want you to tell me what it is. So remember, if you have the 320, you probably don't want to answer. Let's see if it goes through the screen. And this is it on the tray table. So that's the tray table. Hold on, let me get a better angle here. And that's what I have. That's what I found. Does anybody have any idea what that is? Negative, Cody. So I'll put it away. The red clip pen holder. Nope. 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 A ring pop somebody already ate. Captain PA mic clip. Nope. Oh, Benny, you're a maintenance guy. Benny has the answer, and he's the first one that I saw post the answer. There was a couple right after him. Circuit breaker caller from Chris Morgan. All right, Benny, do you have the Fenix 320? Would you like me to buy you the Fenix 320? If you do not have it and you would like me to purchase it for you, send me a DM in the Discord. I know you're in the Discord, right? And we will get you the Fenix A320, my friend. But yes, indeed, that is a circuit breaker caller. So if you look up here, let me go find the, let's see if I don't think there's any actually here. But when maintenance actually pops a breaker and they want to keep it out, they will collar these circuit breakers. So if I just pull HF2, we don't need it right now. We're just going to pull the HF2 circuit breaker, and you see how we got the white band around it? Okay. If there's a breaker that they want to keep locked out, they will place that collar right back on it. So, and that will prevent the flight crew or anybody from pressing the circuit breaker back in. So you can see both at the same time. So you see the circuit breaker popped out, that fits right around the circuit breaker, and this happens to be a red one. I think they have some white ones too or whatnot. But yeah, that's exactly what they do. They'll slip that on there, and that will prevent anybody from pushing that circuit breaker back on. But congratulations to Benny. You've got yourself a Fenix 320 now. And do I have, let me see, put this in performance mode. No HF2, we popped the breaker. We see Benny, we have a development, ladies and gentlemen. Benny says, I have the Fenix. Give it to the next guy. Oof. All right. The next person I saw in chat was Chris Morgan with circuit breaker collar. Chris Morgan, are you still here? So shout out to Benny for being a good sport. He's already got it. He's already got the Fenix, so he's going to pass it to the next guy. Chris Morgan, are you still in the chat, my friend? We'll give Chris Morgan a little bit. Let's our seatbelt sign off. We'll enjoy the views here for a bit, and then we're going to actually have to prep for Pasto pretty soon. Because this approach is sporty. Chris Morgan, you're still in the chat. Excellent. Chris, what you can do is, let me see here. Chris, if you will send me an email. Actually, how are we going to do this? I'm Chris Morgan, too. Chris, are you in the Discord by chance? Should have thought this out a little bit better, huh? Chris, let me know if you're in the Discord, my friend. If not a big deal. If you just give me an email, I will. Okay, if you got an email you want me to get, Chris Morgan, just put an email there in chat. I will get it for you. We'll go from there. So just pop one of your emails into the chat. Fenix or PMG have neither at this moment. What's that, Phil? Circuit breakers? Collared? I haven't seen any collared circuit breakers in the PMDG. I'm Chris Morgan, and so is my wife, Life of Brian. Exactly, Pete. Ask for a screenshot of the guy's logout screen for YouTube. Ginard, that's a great one. All right, so you can either put your email in chat, Chris. If you do not want to put your email in chat, email me on the on v1simulations2020@gmail.com and just include a screenshot of your logout screen for YouTube so I know it's you. And then I'll be able to hook you up with a copy of the Fenix A320. So if you don't want to put an email in chat, email me a screenshot or a picture of your logout screen for your YouTube account, and then we'll get you hooked up. In real life, do you prefer the IE? Yes, I do, Lolar Paya. Number one, I think it looks cooler. Number two, they sound better. Number three, they're a little bit more, they got a little bit more oomph to them. The CFMs are a little bit, they're very similar, but I feel like the CFMs are more like, I don't know, they just seem weaker. They're not, but they seem weaker, if that makes sense. But the main reason I like the IEs is because the sounds, and I think they look better. What Microsoft flight model does Fenix use? ANSI, I believe it uses a custom flight model with Fenix. All right, how far out we got? We are at the equitime point. And let's see, 230. So it's a nice smooth ride today. We don't have any crazy stuff going on, which is good. So let's go ahead and pull out the SKPS. Pratt & Whitney's early. Pratt & Whitney's solely because they're bigger. Bigger is better. They look cooler. They sound cooler. And they're just bigger, man. Bigger is better. But the Leaps are very, very good performing engines, no doubt. And the Pratt & Whitney's definitely have their issues. I'm not saying they're the best engine, but as far as a personal preference, they're physically larger than the Leap. I think the bigger ones look better on there. All right, runway 02 overview. So if you guys haven't seen this airport before, look at this sucker. This is the gorge we're going to fly over for 02. You talk about runway illusions? Yeah, this is next level. The only public straight-in instrument approach to this runway is an RMP for B&C aircraft. Visual vertical guidance is provided by a PAPI 3 degrees on the left-hand side. So we'll be looking for that. That's our 02. As far as the approach, we're on the RNAV Yankee. So we're going to star this chart. The destination is Antonio Narino, which is Pasto, Colombia. And sorry the Fly Live isn't working today, but we are going to SKPS, which is Pasto, Colombia. One of the best, if not the most scenic approaches that I've flown in the sim. It's awesome. I mean, it's not that complex. All it is a left-hand turn all the way around. But the visuals that you get flying into this airport are awesome. So we've got it set up here. Let's go ahead and do some stuff in the box just to stay ahead of the game. How far do we have? Yeah, we're only 175 miles out, so we need to enter some destination data. Let's go here. Let's get a weather request first. Let's pull that. Let's see what it's doing down there. I can barely see my McDo as the sun is coming through here. Weather data 3:30 at 5, 2015 3012. All right. 3:30 at 5. 330 at 5 knots. 3012 on the meter. And temperature was 20. All right, so the RNAV Yankee 02, the RMP minimum is 6,300. We need RMP of 0.15. So we're going to set 6,300 here in the barrel. And in the progress page, we're actually going to enter the RMP requirement. Decimal 1.5. Ooh, can we do decimal 1? We're going to do RMP 0.1 required. Nav accuracy is high, estimating 0.03. So we're actually going to have more than necessary. SKPS is 02. I'm going to put this here in the RadNav page. Perf for the descent, I'm going to slow this down to 7.8 and 320 knots. That's set up. Fuel secondary, we're going to copy the active RadNav page. I'm going to clear out Marinilla, let it do its auto tuning, and as far as our V app, we're looking at 137. All right. So let's take a look at some perf stuff here. Let me put this back down so we can see the cockpit. I might have to turn eye adaptation on. I don't know. I don't know. I like it too much, but for streaming, it's not awesome. All right. Perf data, landing conditions. How close would you say the Fenix is in comparison to the real thing? Man, it's right up there with the best of them. I think it's the best one we got. I really do. I think it's one of the best ones we have. All right, we're going to do good conditions, runway 02, refresh METAR, apply METAR. This is the most current, 3:30 at 5:20, 30.12. Our landing weight right now is 140.0. So we'll do we'll just round it up. We'll do 140. Oh no, 140.4. Yeah, 140.4. So landing weight 140. 140.4. Enter. We're going to use medium auto brakes, max reverse, flap full, auto thrust on. So you can see here, max manual, we need 5,700 feet with an additive. With low brakes, this would come back. So in real world, what would happen here if I send out for landing data and it comes back with your braking options, at least this is how it works for us. And it would say, what do you need for low brakes? What do you need for medium brakes? What's your maximum manual braking distance? The low brake selection would be X'd out, said you can't do low brakes. So we're gonna have to do a medium auto brake landing on this one with max reverse thrust and full flaps. That looks good. Our landing data is set. We're gonna have 4 knots across wind, 3 knots on the nose. That looks good. All right, we need to cross. Let's go back to the jet since we've already done our landing data. We've assessed that. Let's look at the rest of the chart here. So coming over the Mercaderes VOR, I'm probably butchering that. We have a couple things. Max 230 knots, maximum flight level 140, minimum flight level of 120. In situations like this, I like to be ahead and I like to put the airplane on the lower of the minimum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify my McDo here for the MER VOR. I'm going to pull up the right line select key, which is vertical navigation. And you see the constraint between 12 and 14. I'm going to make this a hard 12. I'm going to insert that. And I'm also, we can leave the speed at 230 knots, that's fine. But now you can see the top of descent is going to shift because I want to make this a hard altitude. I don't want to give the airplane the leeway of coming in between the middle there. Now this technique is good in certain scenarios. This is not an end-all be-all thing, and there's probably some arrivals out there where you really don't want to do this. But for this particular approach, being on the lower end of that window between 12 and 14 is going to just give you more time to get stable, to get configured for the turn on the way on the RNP inbound. So looking back here at the chart, let's go back to this. Coming over the PS 966, that's for missed approach. Intermediate fix 965 is max 180 knots. Max 150 knots. So basically what this tells me, if 964 is max 150, I want to be fully configured before 964. So that's my mental note. We're going to be fully configured by 964. The whole 2,000 feet above touchdown zone, flaps 2, 180. Again, that has gone out the window. Shout out to all the pilots that fly in Colombia because every airport I've been to so far is pretty much non-standard. Like there is a lot of challenging airports out here. So you guys are definitely working. So we're going to configure the aircraft early. We're going to configure on speed a little bit early. And these max numbers here, unless you are a pro and you've done this approach many times, like I'm sure the guys that fly in here all the time, they know exactly what speed. Like, yeah, if I cross at 180, I'll be totally fine. Me, I really have no idea. I'm just going to come in here probably at 160, and we'll probably do our final configurations between this waypoint and this waypoint right here. We'll be fully configured for the turn inbound. Again, just like our departure, we had that speed restriction to keep our radius of turn down. Same deal that's going on here. We're going to be at VREF, or excuse me, VAP for this turn all the way around. That should line us up with runway 02. Let's take a look and make sure there's no other notes that we're missing. VGSI and descent angle are not coincident, which means that when we pop out, if we're on the RNP, which we are, we're going to be on the RNP path, they're probably not going to be coincident. We may not see 3 reds. We may see, we may not see 2 whites, 2 reds. We may see 3 reds, or we may see 3 whites. According to this, the glide path angle 3.2 degrees, a little bit steeper. Probably going to see 3 whites, I would imagine, because we're going to be coming down a little bit steeper. We've already reached our TOD, deceleration. You can see the engines thrusting back. That's me just getting distracted. We're going to set 1-2000, push over. Airplane's going to try to catch that vertical deviation donut. The real airplane does this in real life. When you're close to it like this, it's like, oh, I can grab it. So it's going after it. Full bore here, 4,000 feet a minute. Everybody in the back just got that feeling in their gut like, ooh. So if you're ever in the Airbus and you feel it nose over hard like that, when you're close enough within a certain distance to that vertical deviation donut, but you're behind it, the airplane is going to go try to grab it, and it's going to go ahead and pitch down aggressively to capture it. So if you're way off, it won't. It'll just stay, it'll be like, yeah, we can't reach it, more drag, whatnot. But if you're close, it tries to go after it, and it tries to catch it. Can be a little bit uncomfortable. So that was just bad piloting on my part there. But you can see we've caught the donut now. We're coming down on path. We're on a normal descent, so everything looks good here. Hakan Durgat, thank you so much, man. I probably butchered your name, but thank you for the 109 Crones. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your support on the channel. I don't see a message with that dono, but I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the content. Continue to enjoy the content, and you enjoy this approach into Pasto, Colombia. Why does PFD say RNAV instead of RNP? Because the PFD says RNAV. RNAV is an RNP approach. That's where, if you have questions, just click on my channel name, go to the videos. I think the first video that'll pop up is RNAV versus RNP and what is it, and it's the same thing. RNP is an RNAV approach. It's just we've got required navigational performance monitoring on board the aircraft. Captain No Like, he says, I'll just bid domestic. Exactly. You are enjoying. Thank you so much, Thurgood. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But yeah, to say why I didn't say RMP, just because it's not programmed to say RMP. Now I don't know if that's changing with FMS2. I have to double check. I'm pretty sure it's just going to stay RNAV. Any failures before landing? Not yet, Chris Stuper. Knock on wood. They are on, but everything is looking good right now. Wilder Pilot says I just finished the flight on the 319 Spiritual Wangs with IAEs. A fun string of East Coast flights. Ooh, Miami, Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, Charleston, Wilmington. Nice. Norfolk, DC, Boston. Geez, banger. All the way up the right-hand side, all the way up to Halifax, huh? Boulder Pilot, nice job, man. Well, that's a lot of flying. All right, so we've already talked about our briefing. We've looked at the charts. Everything looks good. We got a mandatory final approach point. This is not a final approach fix. This is a final approach point. This is an RNP approach. Is max 150 knots, mandatory 8,800 feet. So we can set 8,800 for the bottom. Once we start inbound, we'll arm the approach phase. If we have to go miss, we'll follow the RNP track outbound like this. Blah, blah, blah. It's basically fly out, hold, come back around, and you're good to go. Climb and hold, all that. Our radius to fix is required. That's what RF stands for. Radius to fix is required on the aircraft. Not all aircraft have RF. Double GNSS and IRS required for RMP .15. We've got 3 of them. Procedure not authorized with remote QNH. We're not going to do that. Procedure not authorized at night when PAPI is inoperative. We're not going to do that. I cannot even fathom this approach at night. Yeah. Procedure not authorized below 12 or above 27C. Ooh. It's 20C, so we're okay. That's for a density altitude thing. Above 27C, I imagine the density altitude is too high for this approach. Your speeds will be too fast. That's my guess without having any other local knowledge. But that's very interesting that it is temperature restricted. But like I said, the minimum is 6,300. Okay, so that was a very long approach briefing, but we got it out of the way. Let's enjoy an outside view just for a minute here. Let's enjoy this livery just for a few minutes as we come on down. David says, I recommended to be at 150 at PS 965. I'm from Colombia. I've done this flight so many times on the sim, and from my friends in Batam and Avianca, they always try to be at 160, 140. Okay. That's for them to have a circle to land to be focused on the runway. David, thank you for the local knowledge. I appreciate that, sir. Recommended to be at 150 knots at 165. All right. We will try to comply with that. Hockey Man, no, the iPad is straight from Fenix. It's their EFB. It's awesome. It comes completely included. Flying this at night has the advantages that you will not see the mountain you will crash into. Jeez. Absolute awesomeness. All right, bring it back up here. Here we go. Let me get flight recorder out and ready just so it's We do not want to miss this one. I might have to save this one. Should we fast forward to a sunset? Or should we keep real time? You guys let me know. Right now it's 3:05. We could jump it forward like 2 hours for some sunset. Let me know. Sunset, real time, sunset, real time. I want to challenge myself even more. Wow, okay, hold on. These are what polls are for. Hold on. I didn't realize everybody was going to be that quick on it. Perfect, here we go. Midnight, no thank you. Well, it says with Pappy, we should have Pappies. So, the poll is up. I will, whatever the poll reads at 12, or no, whatever the poll reads passing 15,000 feet is what we'll do. So you've got a 3,000 feet to go, and that's what we're going to do. What did we say the altimeter was? 3012. 3012. Which is 1020, which is set 3 times. 2,000 feet to go. 2,000 feet to decide. Ooh, real time is beating 55%. Very surprising. Real time is winning. Oh, look at those views, though. Felix, this airport is very much an aircraft carrier. You're about to find out. David says it should be real time, no flights to Pasto at night. Yeah, I would agree with that. Peter says you changed your mind. Replay can be sunset. Ooh, Kelmo, you're right. Replay can be sunset. 1,000 feet to go. I don't think there's any way it's going to change in 1,000 feet. Half the electorate hasn't voted, John. Was it hard to become a pilot? It takes dedication. You gotta be dedicated, man. You gotta be dedicated. Real time for real pilots. Well, in that case, I should just fast forward it, right? Good idea with the replay. Yep, here comes 15,000. All right, real time, but replay can be sunset. Excellent, excellent. All right, we're gonna level at 12,000 feet. And let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign on. Voter fraud. Oh boy. Did I watch the video from Flight Deck Sim about Airbus? Yes, I did, man. It's awesome. I knew he just wanted to be an Airbus pilot. We all did. PV981. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Nathan says, I used to fly helicopters down there in Colombia. It's a beautiful place to tool around low level. I can only imagine, Nathan. I can only imagine. I'm starting to really like these registrations on the wings. I never did care for it, but now that I see it, I think it's cool. Adds kind of a, I don't know, just breaks it up a little bit. Looks good. Look at all this COVID hanging out here. You guys don't want to be putting your face too close to this window. Man, I thought this was my monitor, but then it started moving. Was it expensive to become a pilot? Yes, it's very expensive. How do you avoid landing an airliner without a bounce? Gotta be careful with that descent rate. Gotta make sure your descent rate is under control before you touch down. With the new DCS South Atlantic map, maybe part of the South America tour. Javier, that's a great point, man. I never even thought about it. All right, let's pay attention. We are slowing up to 230 knots for the Mercaderes VOR. We're going to do auto brakes medium. We're not going to turn on our LS push buttons because we don't need to have any, we don't need them. It's no localizer or slope. It's all RNP. So we're going to go ahead and start slowing up to 230 knots. what was the speed? 150 at 964, the guy said? Where were you in chat? Let me scroll back. 965. Okay, 965. Okay, so 150 knots at 965. Even better. What I'll do is I'm gonna adjust that then. 965. It says max 180. I'm gonna put 160 there. Just in the box, and then we can slow up even further than that. But we're gonna remember it's only a max speed, so we can do it. More drag. We don't need more drag. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. What we are gonna do is I'm gonna approach this far out? We sure can. We got app nav out final. I'm gonna set 8800 as a reference because that is our mandatory crossing. So I've got 8800 set. We've got app nav final is blue. 230 on the speed. It's about to get real, guys. Can you do a Tom Cruise stream for us? Fun. Man, I still got to see that movie. Any MD-80 stream in sight? Benny? You know what? I tried to launch the airplane, but it crashed my sim. And then I was trying to update it, and it says I have to go to like the forums or whatever to get the new updater. And I don't have an account on the forum, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just re-download the thing. I did this approach with the 7.2, correct, Alex? I did. But I want to fly that Leonardo more. It's got me feeling not awesome. All right, so we're trickling down. We've passed that. We're descending across at or above 10,000. I don't know why this thing likes to keep hanging out at green dots. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select speed. I'm going to just say at 220 for now. And we're going to activate and confirm the approach phase because we're in selected speed. We've got the brick. John Padfield, thank you for your continued support, man. 8 months as a commercial pilot. Thank you so much, sir. Says good luck with the landing captain. Thank you, John. Gonna need it. The Leonardo looks like a flying grandfather clock. Yeah, but I like it because of that, you know? It's a cool airplane. It really is. I wish it was not stuck in FSX. Go to the forum for this or do this to this. Like the way Fenix has this airplane out, like here you go. Here's our app. Launch the app. It updates the airplane for you. Here's your liveries. Drag and drop. That's how it should be done. Real-time Pasto is the only airport in Colombia with 3 wind indicators, 1 in each threshold and 1 in the middle due to hard crosswinds. 35 knot crosswind landing 20 on 20 a year ago. Wow. That, my friends, would be very, very spicy. All right, let's go ahead and start walking this back. I'm going to select 180. We'll go start configuring early. I will start the recording at 965. So we're VFE next to -10, flaps 1. Here comes the juice. Like button for slats. If you like slats on airplanes, hit the like button. Who doesn't? Oh yeah, look at that shot. You can be advised until 5 times for wind report. Wow, I did not know that. Nathan, you're glad you bought the Fenix? I'm happy that you're enjoying it, man. I'm happy that you're enjoying it. It's a great airplane. I am very happy with it. It has its limitations with the crosswind thing I've found, and there are, I mean, it's not perfect, but I really enjoy the airplane. It's really well done. I think it's only going to get better, too. Exactly, sincerely. Smart and efficient. What's not to love? What is cat and purr? I do not know what you mean. You're talking about the captain purser switch up here, which should be on captain only? Captain and purser. Captain and flight attendant. And we're via Fenix -10. We'll extend flaps 2. Oh, a little bit of rain coming in. Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped for this approach. I am so excited for this approach right now, guys. Look at these views. All right, I'm going to bump the sounds up too a little bit. At K-Smith, I don't know if they're doing any more planes this year. I know they're going to be working on this one here. I know they're working on Sharklets and IAE engines as well. Slats are to flaps what fake pilots are to real pilots. So fake pilots are better than real pilots. Aaron, I would agree with you, man. I love slats. I think the slats are the best part. All right, we need to start slowing up. We need to pay attention here. Well, I'm gonna dial in 150 because that's what was recommended. We're gonna need some spoid brake action. Let's go.
Traffic, Sierra Americano, 231, 6 miles from Mercadillo VOR, setting up for the RNAV.
There we go. Fenix -10. We're gonna go out of order. Flaps 3. Pasto traffic. Land Colombia 357. We're on the RNP circle 02 out of 8,000. Pasto. All right, we're gonna start the recording now. Recording is on. It'll be a long replay, but that'd be good. So we're 150, flaps 3. We're going to cross 965 at 150 knots, flaps 3. Then we're going to fully configure between 965 and 964. That way we'll be set up for the circle all the way in. And the runway, y'all, is right out there. Look at that. That's where we're landing. This is the aircraft carrier, folks. Look at that mountain. I want to book a flight here. This is officially on my bucket list. I want to book a flight down here. No idea what's down here. No idea what to do, but I want to book a flight to come down here just for the hell of it. Just to fly this approach. I want to sit right here on this view. Look at that. Look at the rainbow in the background. We better get down before this rain moves in. I mean, look how the rainbow only shows where the rain shaft is, just like it would in real life.
Pasto traffic, American, clear runway.
All right, there's 965. Let's go ahead and manage speed. Gear lever down. Spoid brake armed. VFE next -10. Flaps full. A little bit of flap shake out there. Oh my goodness. Don't even think about butter. Jeremy, never crossed my mind, my friend. All right, we're fully configured, 140 knots, flaps full. Landing checklist, cabin crew advised, auto thrust is speed. ECAM memo. Landing all green. Landing checklist is complete. Pasto traffic, Latam Colombia 357, passing the final approach point for runway 02 out of 8.7, Pasto. I mean, we're on the path. We can watch this, and we're going to go live. We'll go to do a tiller cam here. Jeez, I guess we can watch this replay, right? We got the replay to watch, so let's make sure the airplane does what it's supposed to do here on this turn. We're fully configured. Final lap, check. Bank angle check to the left. I'm going to let the airplane RNP it down.
Ahead. Pull up.
Negative. We'll go jip whiz.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
I'm not sure what the procedure would be on those. I'm sure there might be something there. Again, I don't have any real world procedures. They might actually do that, so we're going to simulate it. We're coming around the turn. This is absolute beauty of Colombia right here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, we're through 8,800. If we have to go mists, I'm going to just dial in 12,000.
1,000.
Stable. Clear to land. Oh, we need lights. All right, we're going to let the airplane do the RNP all the way around. I feel like we're low. Minimum is 6,300. I feel super low, but we're going to keep on coming down. What was the field elevation or the touchdown zone? The touchdown is 6,000 feet rounded up. So we're 1,500 feet above touchdown right now. We're looking good. We're on the RNP. We're below 150. Just waiting to see that airport. Yeah, we're looking good. We're right on the path. Going into the gorge now. This is what's crazy. This is where it just falls out from below you. Thousand feet above touchdown. I can see the runway. Bank angle check. Super deal. Right back at you, man. All right, I want to hand fly this. So why not? Flight director 1 off. I'm going to let it keep coming around. Remember, the path is not coincident, so we got 3 reds out there. Oh, beautiful job on the Fenix. Beautiful job. Look at that. Right down. We can go all the way down to minimum 6,300 feet. Let the airplane level off. Oh, what a beautiful job. Autopilot off. Flight director's off. Give me the bird. Bird's in chat. Runway in sight, landing. Talk about a runway illusion. I feel like I'm going to slam into the cliff right now. But we're right on the path. A little bit of a crosswind from the left. I got a wicked updraft last time I came across this. I feel like we're in one right now. Look at that. We're definitely in one. Get back down on it. Jeez, swirling winds.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Spoilers, reverse green, decel. Jeez, 70 knots. Manual braking. Pasto traffic, Land Colombia 357. We're down on 02, back taxi to the ramp. Pasto. Whew, my goodness.
Pasto traffic, Sur Americano 231. We're just over the final approach fix, about starting our turn to final Pasto.
Okay, well, we better hurry up and get off the runway. So we are going to expedite. We're going to expedite the turn here. Brakes, brakes. Tiller over, baby. Come on. Swing, baby, swing. Little differential thrust. I can see him out there. He's about 5 miles out on the TCAS. Let's go. All right, at this point, we're going to go ahead and reconfigure. We'll disarm that. Typically, we don't do it on the runway, but along taxi back is fine. Let's get the thrust up here. Let's get moving. We got to clear the runway for this guy. Where's he at? Don't see him yet. He's still way out there, I think. Oh, yeah, he's over here. We're good. What was, I don't even know what the landing rate was. I don't even think it was working, right? Because it was, yeah, FlyLive wasn't even on. I don't know what the landing rate was. It didn't feel hard. It didn't feel firm. John says it was such a good landing. You should consider taking this stuff up in real life. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to stop the recording because that was a long replay, but we are going to watch that replay about 400 times. So stick around. Do stick around for the replay. We're going to watch that from all angles. Do we have a PSA 319 down here? Oh, is that? Oh, that's an American with the PSA retro livery. We'll leave the lights on for replay because I don't want to have those shut off. And we'll clear here at Alpha. At Alpha. And we can watch these guys land in real time too. So stick around. The video, the stream is not even close to over yet. We're going to watch this guy land in real time. And then we're going to do our own replays. We're coming on here with full lights to the ramp like professionals. There he is out there circling.
Pasto traffic, Land Colombia 548, 10 miles out from the final approach fix.
We'll take spot
runway
1, so it's extra hard for him to find a spot. He's got to go through the other.
Fast traffic, Sir
exit.
Americano 231, we're short final, runway 02, fast.
That was good, Erp. That was right on the money. Brake set. Let's go to outside cam. Let's go to drone speed. No. No. Here he comes. Just in time. What you got? Let's put it down. There's no grass model. No grass model. Here he comes. He's coming in high and fast. Oh, it's a Neo. Ooh, he floated it out a little bit. Ooh, landed a little long. That was nice. That was a nice touchdown. Very nice. Very, very nice. I erped it on the 175 line, Christian. Ah, I was off. Dang it. It's just Colombia being Colombia. The only thing prettier than the land is the women that are from it. That I will not disagree with you there. Ooh, we have another guy on final. Look. I think this is the
Fast traffic, Sir Americano 231 will be back taxiing, runway 02, we'll hurry.
All right, we're going to watch this guy come in. We got one more to watch.
Traffic, Latam Colombia 548, just passing the final approach fix.
We're plane spotting in Pasto. Well, if that's the case, why don't we do a shutdown while he's coming over here to land? So we're going to come back. We can do the state saving works for this thing here. So we're going to go ahead and shut down number 1, or I'm sorry, number 2. Seatbelt sign. And we'll go ground services. And we'll connect the GPU. GPU is available. We'll kill number 1. Spool it down.
Fast traffic, Latam Colombia 515, approaching the initial approach fix for runway 02.
We got to stick around for the professional guy coming in here, right? Listen to that shutdown. That's that barking yellow electric pump. Or PTU's barking. Nice shutdown. We'll go ahead and do deboard. So they're going to deboard, or deplane. Now we can do some real-time plane spotting here. Do I reckon 321 ops would be illegal? I don't know if they'd be illegal or not. I really don't know. That's a good question. Pero? I need to go back into Pero? Oh, man. That would be a good one, huh? Pero would be fun. Alright, where was these guys at? Somebody was on the turn. It's like they go behind the mountain on the turn. Oh, there he is. Spotted. Land Colombia is coming around. Thank you, Kyle Cruz. It says awesome stream and landing as always.
Traffic, Sir Americano 231, we're clear of runway 02.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. And it's on your birthday? Well, happy birthday to you, Kyle Cruz. Happy birthday, man. Glad you enjoyed it.
Pasta traffic, Latam Colombia 548, turning final for runway 2.
All right, so he's turning final. I'm actually surprised everyone got in here so far without causing a go-around. All right, let's get back down to the airport. We'll watch what's happening. I hear that Neo over here somewhere. There he is. He's going to just go ahead and wingtip strike everybody. Good deal. Madeira next? Ooh. I don't know, man. Maybe when we get to 30K, we'll have to go back to Europe. Big mountain in the background is Galeras Volcano. Interesting. I did not know that. Very cool. All right, so here comes the Neo. All right. There he is. He's turning final. I mean, look at all the runway markings. There's like 1,000 foot, 2,000. There's all kinds of markings on here. All right, let's see what this guy's got. I'm gonna lower the camera. Ooh, that's a good view right here. I want to be just above the grass, really. I can't do it. It's too quick. It's like either in the grass or not. All right, here we go.
Traffic, Latam Colombia 515 on initial of runway 02.
All right, he's on initial. This guy's on final.
548, short final, runway 2.
This guy looks good. He's on path, looking good. So that's a volcano in the background. That's cool. I wish we could make that more HD. Like we should be able to edit the resolution at range or distance. Ooh, he got a little bit of a burble there. See him doing a little wing rock. Coming in with a little bit of tail. Whoa! Okay, he's alive. I don't know what happened there. That looks sketchy. That was a one wire. Oh, brakes, brakes, brakes. That's cool. That looked like a one wire though. And maybe it was just my AIG, but he just cleared the fantail. Blue Thunder, you just subbed? What's going on, man? You can get a high, absolutely, man. Welcome. Thank you for the new subscription, man. I appreciate you. All the new subscribers, I appreciate you. I had the subscriber notifications muted because we were getting so many new ones, and that's absolutely awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for subscribing. And I do have it on subscriber only for chat because it helps to reduce some of the Tinder bots, even though some of y'all love the Tinder bots, but it seems to be working for now. So you can unsubscribe at any time, but I do appreciate all the support from everybody. All right, so he needs to get off the runway. He's going to have a harder time finding a parking spot. Maybe he can just park on one of the hard stands or one of the other. He could just park on the taxiway. All right, where's this legit guy at? He's starting to turn, I thought, so he's probably out there a little bit. Let me come up here. Where you at? Oh, there he is. Spotted. Plane spotting with a drone. Oh, look at that. He's coming all the way around. Oh, this is cool. David says, awesome job, Captain. You'd be hired in Colombian airliners with that landing. A320 ball, 5.1. Here he comes. He was a land shark for a moment.
Traffic, Latam Colombia 548, clear to the runway.
Where'd this guy park? I'm curious. Oh, there we go. He's clearing the runway. Oh, he does have a parking spot. That's good. Yeah, probably just pull in and disconnect. I mean, it doesn't really matter at that point, but... Nice job, man. Nice job. Everybody's down safely with no go-arounds. Wouldn't it be embarrassing if the one legit Colombian actually has to go around? No pressure, man. No pressure. Ooh, this is a good level right here, just on the grass. Come up a little bit. I bet you he's going to put it down like right here. Right about here. There he is. He's starting to turn. He's out there. Sorry, Fubar. Yeah, this is awesome. All right, here we go. Here's the grand finale. No pressure on the go-around. The one guy that's probably actually flown this approach in real life. Watch him bounce it. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Can I get a bounce in chat? This is what happens if you fly with the group flight and you're the last one to land. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Here it goes. We'll zoom in a little bit to see. Yep. Gear down, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball. I'm going to zoom out so I can pan the camera in time. Here we go. No pressure. Only 900 eyeballs watching you. Looking good. Sink rate power. Oh yeah, he's got this. Oh yeah, he's got this. Ooh. Ooh. No bounce. Oh, that was legit. His scenery is probably a little bit different than mine. I don't know. Yeah, he's probably on his center line. Yeah, which is not our center line. But that was cool. Excellent job. Look at that. He's got plenty of room to go, too. Good stuff. Nice job, guys. All right. Let's watch our own replay, shall we? We're going to go into replay cam here. We're going to disconnect here. I'm going to do a state save for the airplane. We're going to do ready state, activate. It's going to fire up the engines. It's going to get rid of all that good stuff. We'll reconfigure the flaps to full. I disconnected so he could park. Exactly. Yeah, he could park now. He landed on the number, should have gone max manual to avoid the back taxi. I wonder if that's what he was trying to do. He almost could have done it. Put it down right on the numbers. All right, we've got engines are up, flaps are out. Let me disconnect the GPU cart so we don't have that hanging around with us. And I think now, in theory, if we go into replay mode, we should be good. So here we go, replay, cross your fingers. That looks good. Look at that, and just like that, we're in replay mode. We're going to watch the full one at the very end, but let's go ahead and scroll forward here for a little bit. Let's get to the maximum juice. Here's the final turn. Resume. Let's watch our own here for a little bit. We'll watch one here in kind of this lighting. Then we'll fast forward the time just a tad. Oh, yeah, look at that view. And then we'll just watch them. And then at the very end, I'll put sail on. You can watch the whole landing without me talking, and then we're going to wrap it up, and I'm going to get out of here. Javier says, I definitely bounced landing, first time landing here too. It didn't look like it, but it looked good on my screen, man. It looked good. I just can't imagine it. Like, this view out the window would be so crazy. Good stream, glad to see you in Colombia. It's probably the most beautiful country in the world. I wouldn't disagree with you there, Nathan. It's up there. It is up there. Just rolling hills and just so nice. Look at this wing. The wing flex. So good, too. SHR Modding says, I love your content. You've taught me so much about the Fenix and the 320 in general. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're learning. That's what I'm here for. You guys drive the channel. Guys in chat, thank you for participating. All the members, all the emojis, you guys are awesome. Brian, super cool stream again. Bored the family to death at least 3 times to come see this. Well, thank you, Brian. Glad you got to watch it here, bud. Thank you. Dorian, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. No message with it, but I appreciate your super chat, man. Thank you so much. Look at the reflection here on the slats. I mean, if you're watching this view out the window, you're like, wow, I really hope the pilot knows where he's going. Because you can't, it looks like you're about to fly into this mountain. But up here, you know, you're just crossing over into the gorge. This big valley. Oh my. I have a 3090, Amazing Gaming, 3090. Fubar, thank you so much, man. Have a great stream, or have a great stream. Have a great weekend yourself, Fubar. Take it easy, bud. Thank you so much, man. Dorian, I didn't send a message, but I was 548. Oh, nice. First time flying with you. Super fun. Dorian, well, thank you for flying along with us. I appreciate you. Thank you for your super chat, man. Am I a real Airbus pilot? I am, believe it or not. Have I ever flown to Colombia? Yes, I have. I've never flown here, though. Never flown here. All right, let's see how we did. Whoa. Coming across. The wind, like, kind of switched directions on me. Hold it out. Oh, nice. Pause Pause it. Pause it. I don't want to. I don't want the spoilers to pop up yet. That looked pretty good. It wasn't buttery. It wasn't firm. It was probably right in that 200 zone. Christian, I'm a ramper on my days off, my friend. Oh, yeah. That was pretty nice. Coming around. All right. Watch one more here. Daniel, I'm a captain. I am a captain on the 320 family, man. What happens when the spoilers pop up? Nothing. I just wanted, because they won't go back down for the replay, so I was trying to pause it for the full replay. But oh, look at that flap shaking out there. It flaps full. It's so nice. But when the spoilers pop up, that kills all the lift on the wings. Right here, so like it's switched around to the like a 10 knot wind from the left. It's correcting. Oh yeah, right on the marker. A little bit of a wonky center line, but we got it. Come back over a little bit more. There we go. I will take that, guys. I will take that one. All right, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Here comes the sail. And it's my time to say goodbye as you guys watch this beautiful, look at this view right here. I can't get enough of this in. Everybody who has tuned in today, thank you so much for watching this video. All of the new members, all of the new subscribers. I did see the subscriber feed going off there. I appreciate all of the new subscribers. Thank you for all of the donations. My moderators, Christian, thank you for hanging out, putting the smack down when necessary. Everybody else in chat, you guys are awesome. This was a really fun stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun flying this flight down here. We're going to continue with the South America tour. We'll probably be leaving this airport. Not quite sure where we're going from here. Might stop into like Guayaquil, or maybe we'll go straight down to Lima. We'll see. But that'll be coming up next week sometime. I don't have a date or time set for you. Just make sure you're subscribed and the notifications are on. I am going to be doing some real world flying here for the next couple days. So for all my members out there, you'll be looking forward to seeing some of the shorts videos that'll be coming at you. Guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, wherever you've tuned in from. And until the next time we meet right here on the V1 channel, you guys stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya!
pull up. Terrain ahead, pull up.